Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. We are back after a little bit of a hiatus for life and other things as well. Brian's here. I'm here. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. We got Ahsoka. Brian, of course, is not up to date on the episodes.
I know.
Still an episode behind, even though he's had multiple weeks to watch it. We're still behind on that. And who knows what random 90s, 80s show Brian's watching. We'll pretty sure hear about that as well. We have a lot of news about upcoming shows in the comic book world. So we'll talk about all that and so much more. Welcome to Geekonomics. How you doing, Brian?
Mark, it's good to be back. I missed doing the show. It's been 3 weeks,
Yeah.
I think. We've been off.
It's been 3 weeks? Oh, good Lord.
I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, for you, I did the show with Megan.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Was that back? Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, that was during vacation time.
Oh, okay.
So I did watch Ahsoka episode 5. I did not watch episode 6 yet.
What was the last show we did? I can't even remember.
We talked about Ahsoka episode 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's how I know.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about that later on. But before we get into anything, I do want to make a big announcement today.
You're pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I'm having twins. Me
having
and
kittens.
Arnold,
a litter of kittens.
Me and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It is not a tumor. It is a baby.
It's not a tumor. It's a baby inside my belly.
I'm having twins. Me and Daddy DeVito. Okay.
Daddy DeVito. We did it.
East of the River Comic Book and Toy Convention in Enfield, Connecticut. It's October 29th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have a big announcement. It's going to be 2 floors this time.
Oh my gosh.
2.
I had no idea.
Top floor, bottom floor.
I had never heard this information until just now.
Okay. Well, our audience hasn't.
I know. I was trying to act like them and being excited about it.
This is pretty big.
It is pretty big. It's huge news.
Yeah, we're gonna have more vendors, different vendors. Yeah. So Scott hasn't announced this until he texted me last night, and this is the big news. So should be good. Should be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the experience. A 2-floored show.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Hasn't been done
never
since
in history.
1986 Kansas City baseball card show was the last time that there was a 2-floored small con like this. So it's pretty big. It's pretty big news.
Yeah, this is big.
Yeah.
Never done on our coast before.
Never done it on this soil in the Connecticut area.
Never.
In Enfield at the
history.
American
history.
Legion.
Yeah. This is history in the making.
Yeah. First time ever. 2 floors.
Right. 2 floors.
Brian will be right next to the bathrooms, no matter which floor you go
on. I'm always next to the bathroom.
2 booths. You have 2 booths.
2 booths.
Next to each bathroom. Yep.
Yes.
He'll be at one, I'll be at the other. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Anyway, from the people that go into use the bathrooms.
That's happening.
It's happening. It's all happening.
What's the other big news, Mark?
The other big news just dropped hours ago. I got the invite from our buddy FOP, as they call it, of the show. CliffsCon. The giant-sized CliffsCon is back. November 26th at the Doubletree Hotel in Bristol, Connecticut.
Nice.
75 dealer tables. Special guests, including voice actor Emily Kramer, Pokemon, Funko Pops. Brian will be there. I'll be there. Matt Ryan will be there with free caricatures, costume contests with cash prizes. For more info, check out CliffsCon on Facebook. The show is going to start at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. $5 admission. It's the comic book toy and collectible show. The return of giant-sized CliffsCon this November. We'll have all this info at the end of the show, of course. But stay tuned on Facebook. Check out Facebook. Check out CliffsCon on Facebook. Check out East of the River Comics and Collectible Show. Both our friends Scott and Cliff do great jobs putting on these shows.
Yes.
And they keep this area flowing. with
And
comic
then
goodness.
in between those two, we have Andrew's show in Manchester.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like being scared, unlike me, if you enjoy being scared, I would suggest you have your Fright Fests, blah. Everyone goes there. You have your other haunts all around the area, blah, blah, blah. You know where you should check out?
What?
The Connecticut Trauma Museum is doing Rails to the Dark Side.
Ooh.
I'm on the board, just being, transparent. I don't want anyone thinking we're just doing this because I'm on the board, so I'm promoting a little bit.
You're shill. You're shill for.
I'm shilling for a place that I am involved with. That's fine. That's what I have a show for. You want to shill your own place? Get your own podcast.
You shill.
I did a little bit of yeah, I'll take it. I'm fine with it. Whatever. I did a little walk around at our last board meeting with the gentleman from Curioporium from
You don't
Hartford.
even. But hold on. You don't even like scary things.
I don't, but the lights are on, and nothing was going on. It was just him explaining what's going to be happening. The storyline of what they're doing this year in the museum part, the inside museum part, really good. I think it's going to be really good. Chris went for the preview night with his family, his daughter and her friend, and he said it was pretty good. It was pretty scary.
Nice.
He's more of a horror guy, so he wasn't as scared, of course, but he's like, yeah, folks will get scared. Some good stuff. They've done some cool things. So I know our friend Rich is involved still. I've heard his name thrown around a couple times. So yeah, so check it out. Go to cttrolley.org for all that information. We'll have a thing at the end of the show for that as well.
Sounds good.
And I'll probably put the little graphic up as well for it. So
now that we're done chilling for everything,
now that we're done paying all our bills,
let's get on to the show, shall we?
On to the show.
The
sponsored portion of the show is now over.
Yeah.
Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
I know. So
what 90s show are you watching now, Brian?
Well, no, I wasn't saying the big news that the writer's strike is over.
Oh, is it officially over?
Yes. Well, they're not going to be picketing anymore. Them and the streaming services came to a agreement. So the actors are still on strike, but this could be a blueprint for the actors to use when they go to the table.
Yeah.
So, the writer's strike is coming to an end.
That's good, because didn't the actors just vote to strike the video games too?
There is a potential that they could go on strike.
This at least makes the blueprint to solve those things.
Yes. So we'll see.
We'll see.
You can have writers.
You can have directors. You have no one to play the parts.
Yeah, so we need the actors to come. So we're getting close, we're getting close. I mean, we're approaching.
And as we said from the beginning, when we talked to our friends on both sides of this, the writer and the actor that we've talked to, Laura and Megan. Is that her name? Laura? Was that her name? I think so. I can't remember. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, they both said October would probably be the end game of this situation, and it seems to be that's coming to fruition. So
yeah, I mean, we're
what the end of September means? End of a quarter. So these big companies got a bunch of money off their books for a quarter, and magically it's all okay again.
Well, it still takes time to make things, Mark. It's not like the writer's strike happens and all of a sudden, poof, there's going to be shows and movies on.
No, I'm talking about like the money that they would have spent came off that last quarter of their books.
Well, we still had every streaming network this summer had something new to offer. So they were
no, I'm talking about their actual like production budgets were quiet for a whole quarter. Like no one spent any money. So
yeah, for the most part,
that helps their bottom lines.
So we'll see how that goes. That's great news though, moving forward.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that was the big news, really. I mean,
I mean,
there's
also
so
you could
much.
throw it out there. We had Blink-182 release their
Well,
info when their album's coming out.
okay, so last week that video dropped, that song, they released
A
two
bunch of
songs.
40-year-old men spent a lot of money on Kleenex boxes, so that was interesting.
What a great song! What a great video! I thought they did an amazing job with
Yeah,
that video.
yeah,
And they just go through the history of the band, and
yeah.
it's about them like coming back together after breaking up twice.
Everything. Yeah,
And I think it was very in the line of an Adam song or I Miss
yeah,
You.
yes.
And then they
We didn't even
released two
say "I miss you"
songs.
in the album in the song. So
They do.
yeah.
They, and man, I listened to that, and right in the middle of the song, I'm like walking. I'm getting teary. I didn't even watch the video until the next day. I
Oof.
listened to the three
See, I went in
songs.
watching the video. I didn't hear just a song by itself. I heard the nice video first, and I was
Uh,
like, God, why?
I
It's very
listened.
dusty in here.
It was so good. I loved it. I'm so psyched for the new album, October 20th. Now, October 20th has become my personal Christmas.
Okay.
This is it for me. I don't care what happens after October 20th, but this is October
Well, that's
20th
not
is the
true,
day.
but yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is true.
What's going on October 20th?
Let me tell you, this is my plan for October 20th.
Okay.
Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
It's gonna be big. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wake up.
What video game's coming out?
I'm going to download the new Mario Brother Wonder on my Switch. I'm gonna play that until
Okay.
in the mail I receive my Spider-Man 2 collector's edition, which comes out that day as well. Which that it's the only video game I'm buying this year. It's the one video game I am super hyped for. Venom is in it, baby. It
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Gonna be cool.
So Spider-Man 2 comes out.
Uh-huh.
But once I get that in the mail at 1 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah.
me and Mike are gonna go see Taylor Swift in Manchester. So we're
At the
gonna see
theater?
it's the theater. They're gonna see Taylor Swift.
Mrs.
Then
Travis Kelsey.
yeah, what I
She's
don't
dating
know.
Travis Kelsey. He's a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
The one thing I could give two shits about are who people are dating. So then we're gonna see
That's a
Taylor
Swiftie,
Swift.
Brian. You should know these things.
I don't care.
I mean, you're
Then
going to see her in a movie theater. You do care.
no, I don't care about any celebrity's relationship. I do not care. So then,
Except Dua
um,
Lipa.
no, I it's weird. I'm not into. I don't really care who people date. It's like whatever. I don't
I
care
don't either, but
unless.
it's just common knowledge. If you see it, you should have some kind of
So then,
yes,
yes, I did see constantly on Reddit the
yes,
videos of Taylor
yes,
Swift at the football game. Yes,
yes,
I'm aware. I saw the videos. Like I'm like
yes,
I just don't care.
yeah,
Great, good for her, good for him, but I don't care.
yeah.
So then
I
after
love
seeing Taylor
love.
Swift, I'm gonna come home, crack open Spider-Man 2.
Uh-huh.
But before that, I'm gonna take an hour and listen to the new Blink-182 album that comes out that same day.
Yeah.
I ordered the vinyl from Music Outlet, so I'll be picking that up
Yes.
at
We
10 in
haven't
the
talked
morning.
about that too. We haven't talked about that yet, I don't think.
So Mario Brothers first thing in the morning, Blink-182 at 10 a.m. Then waiting for my mail of Spider-Man 2 and then seeing Taylor Swift at 1. It's gonna be an awesome day. I'm so October 20th, baby. It is my Christmas. That is it. The rest of the year is cake after that. Yeah, Music Outlet. I was actually just there. I picked up the new Foo Fighters album on vinyl, and I picked up a new a Cure remaster on vinyl. But Music Outlet is closing. I talked to Gary. They're probably going to be open until November, December. So, but right now, 20% off sales happening. So definitely go down there if you're in the area. Support them. They have a great CD selection. Their vinyl selection is fantastic. I picked up the new Foo Fighters album, and I know it's a white album, and I noticed there's like colored lines in the middle of the album. And Gary's like, "Did you notice? Do you notice how there's color on the album now? You use white." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "So when we bought it, it was completely white, but these lines start appearing since we've had it." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, read about it online." I haven't yet, but I thought that was very interesting. But anyway, yeah, October 20th, baby. Pumped. It's gonna be a good day. Could be a good day. Now I know since you're getting to horror, Mark, did you want to see the new Exorcist movie, October 5th?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I will be seeing that October
I've
5th,
seen
and I will give
videos of the Halloween Horror Nights haunted house at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And no, thank you. Nope.
The trailer alone gave me a nightmare.
I would like to sleep for the next 10 to 15 years. So that's a
I'll
big
give my
negative.
review on that afterwards.
Yeah. I've still never seen the original one, so no reason why I want to see the sequel.
Oh my god, the original! I saw it when I was like a kid.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, I don't deal with that juju.
Oh.
No, thank you.
So,
it's like new Evil Dead movies. It's too real looking. I don't know.
New Evil Dead was really good.
The new one was like good. The possession things. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that type of stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, like the Paranormal Activity and all that. No, thank you. No,
I haven't had a movie freak me out in a long time, and this movie could be it. I don't know.
This is gonna be the one that's gonna get you, I think, because
it could be.
It's the trailer alone is pretty creepy.
That trailer, man.
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah.
Also, real quickly, Alice and me have been watching all the Joss Whedon stuff, and now it's like, well, we finished Dollhouse. I'm going back to Firefly, where it all started for me. I got Allison to watch it. She got into it. And then I go, and then we got to watch the movie. Watch the movie. Tears.
Yes.
It was great to go back to that series. I wish that series got more than we did, but I'm happy with what we got. The movie's fantastic. And the one thing I'm going to go back to, the one thing I'm going to eat my shoes, because I didn't really care for it when I originally saw it, but I feel like I'll have more appreciation for it now, is the Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right? It's on YouTube, because I'm not going to pay $20 to watch it on Amazon Prime, which is stupid. If I have Amazon Prime, why am I paying $20? So I'm going to watch that next. Also, speaking of Amazon, they're going to start rolling in commercials into our shows.
Yeah, they already do it. For the football games, they do it already.
Well, no, this is going to be for their shows. And then if you don't want the commercials, you got to pay $2 more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're already starting it. Like, they started doing commercials during football. So
football makes sense because it's
but I'm saying so
they're taking commercial breaks in the game.
Yeah, I'm saying so they already have that technology. I knew, like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, not long before they start doing the ads tier and the non-ads tier.
And I'll say it right now, Amazon Prime, in my opinion, is a joke. It is a crock.
It's not really great on the show content.
Well, no, I'm not saying show. I'm just saying in general, it's garbage.
Like, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't get my packages
really
that
on
quicker.
There. Yeah. Oh, that part of it.
Yeah, that part.
You get it a day quicker.
Yeah,
like, get it the next day.
Honestly, I don't care to get my packages that quick. It doesn't bother me.
Well, it depends what you're getting. If you're getting something like important that you need, like,
I'll just go to the store and pick it up.
People don't go to stores, Brian.
People do.
Find a store.
If someone was like, you need something real quick, I'd much rather go to Target or Walmart to pick it up than go through Amazon.
Well, I mean, Walmart now, you don't have to even do that. Like, Claire's got the Walmart Plus. They deliver right to your house.
I'd much rather pick it up myself.
Yeah, well,
I like picking things up myself.
we are the generation that we're the last generation that will be doing that. So
I don't think so. People still go to stores. Have you been to on the weekend? You go to any of the strip malls in Enfield. Places are always packed. People still
yeah.
go. But anyway, yeah. The only thing on Amazon I'm looking forward to is the spin-off of The Boys, which is coming out very soon.
Yeah, end of this week, I think.
Yeah, I want to check that out. I'm excited for that. And obviously we have Shorzy at the end of October, season 2.
Yes.
And then we have Loki. I saw the trailer. It's coming. We're like that's coming out in October, like a couple weeks after Ahsoka ends.
Yeah.
Now, did you watch the Doctor Who trailer?
Yes, I did.
Now,
Yes, I did.
Didn't it feel very un-Doctor Who? It was weird because it was like a big budget. It felt like I was watching an action movie. It's very
well.
big
It's just
budget.
a trailer, so I don't like.
No. Halfway through the trailer, I'm on board, and I want to see this.
Yeah.
But didn't it feel? Because I know this is it's now going to be on Disney Plus.
Yes.
And they have a bigger budget because of this.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if this is going to come. They didn't give a release date, and I'm wondering if this will go to the theater. I kind of would want to see.
I mean, it's a 3-part thing.
It's a 60th anniversary event.
Yeah, but there's 3. I think there's like 3 episodes of it.
Where did it? It didn't say that though.
I think I read that somewhere.
I mean, this would be because we got with the 50th in the theater. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now listen, I watched the trailer. I was like, this feels like it's crazy big budget. So and it looked good. It's good to see.
Which is what they do on the big celebration ones, or like that. Like the 50th one was huge.
Yeah, Tenet. They did end the trailer with the
new guy,
the new Doctor. So I think this is a great way to get people back on board. People like me who fell off the last couple seasons. With Jodie Whittaker. No, it wasn't her fault. I just think the writing wasn't that good. I think Jodie Whittaker did a great job, but a lot of people stopped watching. So new showrunner, they're bringing Tenet back to get us to the new Doctor. I think these are good moves. Good moves.
So I just looked it up. With the 60th anniversary, returns November 2023 with 3 special episodes, with David Tennant as the 14th Doctor to coincide with the 60th anniversary.
Okay,
so it's a 3-episode miniseries.
Okay, when's it? Is it? Are we watching on Disney Plus? Is it gonna all come out at once?
I guess I think it's going to be like 3 episodes. I don't know.
Okay.
When's
it come? November. Oh, so probably Thanksgiving weekend. You said 26th, or did I just make that up?
Yeah, I think you might have made that up.
I said November 26th. I'm sorry.
No, that's the CliffsCon, the 26th.
All right, so it's just coming out in November. We just don't know when.
Yeah.
Do you think they would announce
I'm looking at it right now.
Kind of feel like they should bring it to the theater. I think it would be awesome.
So Doctor Who, like they said, the 3 episodes in November, didn't give a date yet.
Yeah, that's weird.
Coincides with every Nick Tui Gatwa's first episode as the 15th Doctor will air over the festive period. So I'm assuming that means that'll be the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Doctor Who will premiere exclusively on the BBC for UK and Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Disney Plus will be the exclusive home for the new seasons of Doctor Who outside the UK and Ireland.
Okay.
So Assuming it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But who knows? But Russell
All right.
Davies
Well,
is back as a showrunner.
who?
Russell Davies is back as a showrunner.
Yeah.
And Neil Patrick Harris is playing somebody.
The villain.
Yeah. They haven't said who it is. Oh, the Toymaker.
Yeah. They showed him with like
He was last seen in 1966. The character, not Neil Patrick Harris.
So they're bringing that character back.
Yeah, the old villain from the original
Cool.
Doctor Who's.
Nice.
So.
I mean, part of me feels like I might watch the last couple of seasons with Jodie Whittaker because they're on HBO Max just to get myself up to date.
They're not terrible.
I mean, I did watch
they're
that
not as good
season
as the Capaldi ones and stuff like that, but
yeah, I love the Capaldi ones, and I love the Smith, Matt Smith and Dave Tennant,
Eccleston,
but so I might just put them on and get and see where it goes, and then that way I'll be up to date.
It gets kind of wacky. I will say that it gets kind of out there. So
yeah,
I don't want to say too much.
So. Yeah, I know what they're doing here. They want to bring back the people they lost. So I think it should be good. I'm excited. So Marcus, before we get into Ahsoka, how was your couple weeks? And I'll jump into this. It was kind of exciting. To do ETV again with you.
Yes, EQTV is back. We call it EQTV now.
I call it
ETV because ETV is the same. That's what the Town Enfield channel uses. So I don't want to get confused with that. Not that anyone would, but I don't
think anybody would.
Similar things. But I started calling it EQTV. Yeah, it's back. We're on our 5th episode. I think
Dan Cahill,
Dan Cahill's band DC Wolves was our most recent show that's in the hopper. So far we've had Forevermore, Mike Haynes' new project, who is traveling Europe right now, playing all over Europe. Him by himself. Then it was Audio Jane was on, and then Somewhat Woke was next, who just played at the E stage at the Big E. And then Egg, which was really good. They were awesome as well. They were just on, and then so DC Wolves, the 5th band. We have our next band booked for next month already, Sparkle and Fade, who also just played at the Big E recently on the E stage. So
really cool. Yeah, it was fun.
We're booked all the way through January with bands.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. It was cool. Yeah. Had a good time. It was good. I haven't done a public access show that didn't involve a talk show that was in my studio.
Yeah.
In a very long time.
Yeah.
So
no, it's gotten, from talking to Dan and other guys that have done the show, it's got quite the following already in the band circles. Bands are clamoring to get on. So
yeah, awesome. That's great.
And I might have another offshoot of Equilibrium TV that might be happening next year. So stay tuned. I'm up to something.
Mark's up to something.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it after the show, but I'm up to something.
Okay.
Could be huge. Could be I'll give you a hint. Wayne's World 2.
What you're gonna do? A festival? Well, all
I gotta say.
Well, you just gave it away.
I didn't give it away.
I
just said gave a hint.
Yeah.
What you get from that hint is your own thing.
All right. Well, other than that, Marcus, how anything? You watch any old 70s, 50s shows? You want
to? Actually, I did start watching an old show. Out of the blue, I don't know why it came up in my head. Well, because Netflix just got them on Netflix after many years. I think they might have been on there before. I'm not sure. Band of Brothers is on Netflix now, and I was looking for something to watch, and I was like, I haven't watched Band of Brothers in forever, so I started watching Band of Brothers again, and it is still as amazing as it was. That show came out in like 2000, 2001, something like that. It's crazy that it's like been that long. But and the people that were in it is even crazier. Like Michael Fassbender's in it.
There's a lot of people in
Jimmy
it.
Fallon, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting through that. Besides not really watching anything else, nothing else has really piqued my interest. I watched One Piece, which I think I talked about last time
Yes.
we were
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah, got through that. Besides that, I really can't. Nothing else is really besides Ahsoka.
We had our
Nothing really
D&D
else.
session.
We did have a D&D session. Yes.
We did, which was fun, and I was getting super tired. I don't know how I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull
I
it
saved
off
your butt.
because
I saved your butt. Is what I did.
we were gonna end the session.
I don't think so.
It was getting late.
Discussions I had after with people is that John was trying to get us into something. It was going to be a skirmish, but it was going to be something.
Well,
And you would have been useless.
the next game,
Yes.
we gotta start early so we can leave because I have a show the next day.
I know.
I have a show the next day, and
You
I'm
do.
usually up at 6 in the morning. So
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So I like to wrap it up around 10:30.
Good luck with that.
Or I'll just leave. Or I'll be like, okay, I gotta go.
I gotta go. I can't do it anymore.
Well, I'm
I gotta get
usually
some
up
sleep.
to help Scott set up. So, but I do
know.
show up early. So I don't know.
You
We'll
do.
see how it goes.
You do show up earlier than he probably wants you to, but that's okay.
No, I offer help. He's
I
like,
know.
okay.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
And I get to set up early. It's actually really nice. Last time was me, Cliff, and Scott.
Yeah.
We had breakfast together. We shared war stories. We had a little bonfire.
War stories.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. We had a good time.
You dig a foxhole together. It's great.
Yeah, we
You're outside the
bonded.
American Legion, so you got plenty of,
Yeah. Anyway, so it was fun, and then Bobby gave me a big box of wrestling VHSs.
Yeah.
Which
has two
are
more
interesting. Yeah. There's some interesting stuff in there, which I'll get around to once I'm done doing my stuff.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff.
But there's some interesting stuff in there.
Oh yeah. Hopefully there's no accidental porn. That's
I mean,
is
it ever an accident? Is it ever an accident?
Yeah, it's never an accident. It's a lot of pay-per-view wrestling events from the early 90s and 2000s.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I am looking forward to watching. When's the next big wrestling
event?
October?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Fastlane. I think 3 weeks away.
Isn't it like October 8th?
Yes. Sounds, yeah, sure.
Well,
it's one of the smaller ones. So they kind of just pop up.
Yeah.
The next big one's Survivor Series. So that's November.
Well, I got the Peacock. So
you do. You got the cock.
I'll check it out. So yeah, Ahsoka you speak of. I know I'm an episode behind.
Ahsoka.
You know why?
A show that is saving Star Wars. Ahsoka.
I mean, we got to see how it ends. I will give you that
you're an episode behind. You don't know.
Well, I will give you, as a person who has not watched Rebels or Clone Wars.
Yes.
I will say episode 5. I keep wanting to say 4. Episode 5 wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
But it was good.
If you had seen Rebels or Clone Wars, episode 5 was an emotional roller coaster.
I had a feeling. I understand this.
Because when she falls into that first scene, that comes from very early on in Clone Wars, when her character was not well liked by people. There was a time when Ahsoka was probably, if not close to, but almost as hated as Jar Jar Binks at one point. Like, she was a character no one wanted. They wanted her gone. They wanted her killed off. She was like an annoying little bratty kid. No one understood why Anakin had a Padawan. He wasn't even really technically a Jedi yet.
Well,
So
I still don't
whatever.
believe it. But
Yeah. So yeah, so that whole part of that was during that time frame. And then the fact that they jumped to the Siege of Mandalore, which is when Order 66 happens. That part of the story is when Order 66 happened for Ahsoka. And that was a very pivotal point in her story, which they do a fantastic job in the Clone Wars show of dealing with that and showing you how that happens and how she survives and the like bond she had with her troopers and the whole thing, and it's like heart-wrenching. But yeah, those two scenes, very pivotal parts of the bigger Ahsoka story. And just the probably the best Anakin Hayden Christensen we've had, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Of all the things he's done as Anakin. Yeah, it was like it was cool to see him play Anakin being written by Dave Filoni. Because Dave Filoni wrote Anakin better, in my opinion, in Clone Wars than George Lucas did in the movies.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
well, this is actually, I mean, it is an Anakin we never got to see, really.
well, if you watch,
and that's why,
if you watch
Clone
Wars,
for me,
for you,
and
yeah,
I'm sure there's other people like me who's never watched that stuff, and this was a different Anakin.
Well, they're made for kids, technically. There were cartoons made for kids.
Well, yeah,
but,
I know.
Like, I've seen a lot of online people going back and rewatching Clone Wars and rewatching Rebels and being like, where's this been? Like, this is the Star Wars I've wanted. This is amazing. So
yeah,
I've been telling you for a while.
So I've been telling y'all.
I've been telling you all for this whole time.
So
there's
for
good
me,
Star Wars out there.
It was a good episode. It wasn't my favorite because it didn't really move the plot forward.
It did. It did, in the fact that it took Ahsoka from being the wishy-washy, somewhat Jedi teaching Sabine character at the end of episode 4 to at the end of episode 5 being like almost like a Gandalf the White type character, where they have the clothing change and now they're like
and then
more
centered, and the whole color of the show was bright and white, where it was dark and dreary. I get the theme. We've seen this. This is a third time. Like, a lot of this Filoni stuff right now is just recycled material, and we've seen it. And I'm not. It's not a knock. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it. That's a fact. You go back. This is basically Luke and Rey. Now Ahsoka had the same thing that Luke and Rey went through, and they come out of the other side a different person.
But it's the first time Filoni did it.
Yes, I know, and I'm hoping it's the last time we ever see it again.
Well, I mean, every character is going to have different arcs. It's like,
I know
it's a common story thing. It's not like it's an uncommon story thing. It happens in a lot.
I know, but it's like, okay, here's my big question though. If we know, I know from watching recaps and stuff that Thrawn was taken by the whales because he was too cunning to get rid of. So they used the whales. Well, the whales took him.
Ezra did.
Yeah, Ezra did it, and that's why Ezra disappeared.
Talked to the whales and told them that this evil had to be taken away or the galaxy would be destroyed.
Right.
And from Rebels. And that's what they did. They teleported him to another galaxy.
But Ezra was in the middle of it, so
Ezra was with the whales and he couldn't get off the ship, the Crimea.
Yeah.
So which was Thrawn's like gunship, like head ship.
If Ahsoka and then if Ahsoka knew the whole time that's what happened, she should have just went to the whales. Other than this whole
Well,
map
that's what the whole because the thing was the map at one point was what they thought was the only way they could get to him, and they didn't know that the whales came back.
Well, it sounds like it's
Thing they're
different
saying.
whales. It's like different whales.
Yeah. Well,
That's where they go to die.
when you
right?
see episode 6, it explains all this. So I can't I'm trying not to.
Well,
None of this gets explained away. So that's why I'm like, I don't
I,
know what to tell you without telling you what's
see,
going to happen next.
all right. So for me, episode 5, I like the Anakin stuff. I got
Yes.
it. I had to watch that stuff twice because afterwards I'm just kind of like I didn't really, for someone who doesn't know that history, I'm kind of like, well, Ahsoka kicked ass in Mandalorian.
Yeah.
This show, she's very stoic and trying to be like Yoda like.
Yes.
I don't see anything. She walks out of it and all of a sudden she's turned into like, oh, she's all like fighty whitey and she's all in white. And I'm like,
Well, the thing
okay,
is the other part
why
that
was it
they're
needed? I didn't
well,
understand
because
why
they're
we need to go
saying
through that.
the story that I think the way that Filoni's giving the story is that she never came to terms with leaving Anakin in the Clone Wars.
Anakin going dark.
And then Anakin, well, when she left, I think that story, like another part of it, I think he's trying to say that she blames herself for him turning because she left.
Yeah.
When she left him from being his Padawan and she left and just did her own thing, is when he started his downfall to becoming Darth Vader. And I think that's the story that they were telling in that episode, is her coming to terms with that it wasn't her fault, and that, she can't blame herself for it, and that it would have, like, basically it, like she even says it, like she says to him, like the legacy part where they're talking about the legacy and how he's learned from Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan learned from Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And with that legacy is now passed on to Ahsoka, and she turns back and says, I know what your legacy is. You're turned to Darth Vader, basically. She didn't say it in so many words, but she kind of
We saw that
yeah
that glimpse of Darth
yeah
Vader.
And even when she comes back into the place between worlds, and he is walking up and he turns into Darth Vader and flash and then come back. I think that's what he was trying to tell, that she's coming to grips with it, that it wasn't her fault, and that she can't keep blaming herself, and her blaming herself is causing her to then put that onto Sabine. And when she comes out of that, she's come to that realization, and now she's got clarity, and she's now more powerful in the Force because she's able to let go of that. So
yeah, I don't think Sabine is going to be a Jedi. She doesn't need to be.
no,
obviously, yeah, she'd be a horrible Jedi.
No.
I
think that she's a Force user.
She's not.
But I don't think she's. I think she has
try.
Yeah. It's because the whole thing stems from that she was able to wield the Darksaber. And with that, you have a tendency to have Force sensitivity when you're able to wield a Darksaber.
Yeah, but that's not the case in Mandalorian, because Mandalorians wielded it, and then what's her name is wielded it. They're not Force.
Yeah, but they're saying they're Force sensitive. They're not like Force users, not like Jedi, but they're able to tap into the Force.
I would be happy if Sabine.
No, I don't think she's gonna. I think it's gonna. Again, you have to watch episode 6. I can't if I say anything, it's gonna ruin things.
All right. Well, I gotta watch episode 6. Next week we'll talk about 6 and 7.
Yes, you have 2 episodes. Today. You have to watch both of them today.
Yeah,
or
and then
by
8,
the end of the next
8
week.
is the last one.
No, 9. The last one. There's 9 episodes.
Oh, there's 9. All right.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it was 8.
No.
But yeah. All right.
Yeah.
No. Is there really 9?
I think there's 9. I'm looking right now.
Because I feel like we're in the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, so that would mean if 6 was
There's 8. There's 8.
oh, I thought there was 9
So
for some reason.
8 October 3rd is the last one.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right. So what we'll do is next week we'll talk about the last
Yeah, the
2
last,
and then
yeah,
the finale. Yeah.
yeah. Oh man,
Yeah. Because Loki season 2 will be starting like a couple weeks after.
yeah, that's
So
true. Yeah, that's right. That makes
yeah.
sense.
Now I will say this. I'm like after watching episode 5, I was
Yeah,
like Mark and the fans of that show ate that up.
yeah.
And I think that's fantastic.
Well, I
I'm
think
not
that you're also gonna the
pooing it.
thing. Yeah, the thing too is the Balin story. I think is very interesting, and if it
Yes.
goes in the way that I've seen people say that it could go in, could be very interesting.
For
And they
me,
kind
the
of hinted at
show,
some
yeah.
things in episode 6. Episode 6 is really good. So it's like you thought 5 was good. Wait till you see 6.
All right. Well,
You're gonna see things that, and from what you've played the Jedi games, the Cal
yes,
Kestis games. Keep your eyes peeled. There's a lot of Easter eggs that you'll catch.
I did see some of the memes.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I'll say this. So far, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying Ahsoka as I enjoyed Mandalorian season 1 and 2.
yeah,
It is definitely um going back to what you said about it saving Star Wars. It is,
yeah,
as of now, it is definitely got the fan base excited again.
yeah. I would not be feel crazy in saying give him movies. Let
Well,
Dave
he's
Filoni do the movies.
he's doing the movie that's going to end this whole little saga that's going on with man. They
Yeah,
already announced he's doing the movie
yeah,
that will probably be in theaters, I guess.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's supposed to end the Mando, Ahsoka, all
yeah,
this little thing
yeah, yeah.
that's been going.
And then let him redo the the 3 other movies, or do a different story that basically retcons those.
No, well, you can't. You can't
You can.
retcon.
You could easily
No,
retcon them. Why not?
no,
They retcon
no.
stuff all the time. They retconned Ahsoka's parts of Ahsoka's story
I,
during this
I
show.
already, I, I already hate to break it to you. They're already working on Rey's getting her standalone movie that she starts the Jedi. Um, the, they already announced it at the Star Wars Celebration.
They could change it.
Daisy Ridley
It needs to be
came out.
changed.
No, they're not going to change it.
They change Marvel ideas constantly.
And honestly, like after Ahsoka, as long as they go towards this goal of this movie, I'll be
Yeah.
happy. But I know Ewan McGregor has been pushing to do Obi-Wan season 2. I will not watch that.
Well,
I'm
see,
I'm
here's the thing
becoming
with
very
that.
picky
I've
about
heard
this. I'm
that.
not
I
gonna
heard
watch
that
it.
news, and I think there's a story that could be told in season 2 that comes from the Clone Wars, just like Ahsoka does. That if they told that story in live action, would be immensely entertaining, and I would love to see it done. Because there's a confrontation in Clone Wars where they show what happens between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul when they meet again on Tatooine. And if they tell that story, I'm all in, because that's a great story. And I think if they got Ewan to play Obi-Wan, and they brought back Ray Park to play Darth Maul again, or even Sam Witwer, who played him or the guy who played him in Clone Wars show, I think it'd be an amazing live action show.
I am hesitant when it comes to the Obi-Wan stuff. Like I will wait for it to all come out
If also this is
before I
if
even
it's
watch it.
just if it's Filoni does it, I think it'd be amazing. I'm done with them giving it to other people. I think you've gotten the guy, that you have the guy It's like that when you're playing a sport and you have the best player on the team, and the coach keeps putting out someone or giving the ball to somebody else at the end of the game, and you're like, "What are you doing? You got the guy right here. He's the one that's supposed to shoot the ball. Why are you handing it to somebody else?
Yeah, I don't know.
Give it to this guy."
But see, I don't know. I
I
don't
think
think they
that's what
would give
they
it
need
to
to do with
Obi-Wan.
Star Wars. Give it to this guy. Just give Dave Filoni Star Wars. Let him do what he wants to do with it, and stop trying to include all these other people to write
Well,
the
he already.
stories and do all the things. Just let Dave Filoni write everything.
Well,
He knows what he's doing. He's got the knowledge. He comes from Lucasfilms. He worked under George Lucas to do Clone Wars, the cartoon. Like, George Lucas basically taught him everything he knows. Like, the story, he gave him the story basically to do it. And you have this guy in your roster. Just give it to him. Just let him do Star Wars. Don't include all these other people. There's no reason to bring in J.J. Abrams or any of these other random people. Just have Dave Filoni write every script and have him take care of everything. And
well,
that's it.
that's that's not the world we live in, Mark. So we'll
Well,
see.
that's what they
He's
should
got to
do.
finish. He's got to finish this, and they already
Yeah.
got their plans.
Well, it's already finished. It's just they just got to just do it.
Well, he's got to do the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought you meant Ahsoka. I'm like, that's already done.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so far so good.
Yeah,
I will watch 6 and 7. We'll talk about that next week,
yeah.
and
6
then
is
the
really good.
final.
And
Yeah.
the fact that they brought the guy from Clone Wars that did Thrawn's voice, and
Well, he's
the
playing
look he
Thrawn.
has when he plays Thrawn is epic. And it is so, like, for a fan of the Clone Wars show and Rebels, to hear that voice again coming out of him as the character actually for the first time, amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, we shall see. It's funny. The photos, it just makes me think it looks like Elon Musk wearing blue face.
It does. It does look like Elon Musk wearing blue face. Yes. Even in the cartoon, it looked like Elon Musk in blue face.
I was like, what is this? What's going on?
Yes. Yeah. It looks like he's just
Um,
like a Tesla.
yeah, so
Then charge you
make
for having a social media post.
me go on X.
Yes.
It's obsessed with the letter X.
Yes.
So I think that's our show, Mark.
That's it. We did it.
We got the East of the River, 2 floors. We got ClipsCon, Andrew's Toy Con, all the cons, Rails of the Dark Side, right?
Yeah.
So, a
Yeah.
lot of things are happening.
All that stuff. And October just gonna get busier because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, October. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Next week. It's here.
It's here.
It's
I
here.
need a pumpkin beer.
Gosh. I'll have my Big E review. I'm Big Eing tomorrow.
I'm Big-Eing on Thursday.
So we'll have that to talk about as well.
Well, it won't be much. It's the Big E.
I
But
know.
we can talk about it. Yes, we can. Yeah. We can talk about how much stayed the same.
Well, Claire's diving into the foodie side of it, so she's going full foodie tomorrow.
Nice.
She's got the list of all the new stuff and all the things that she wants to try. So she's on the fence on the dill pickle donut, but we'll see. So stay tuned for all that next week. But as always, until then, be safe, be well, be kind.
Rewind.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.